The trustee. Another reason why you need to get a power of attorney for your trustee, if the trustee is out of state. Trustee is signing this document. Or you, on behalf of your trustee, as a power of attorney. Does this document ever get recorded? No.
Why would your power of attorney need to be out of state?
Oh, just because if I slipped and cracked my head open on one of your properties, I'm going to sue you, Pierre. And I look up to find out the property is owned by someone out of state. Now I got to go hire an attorney out of state that's licensed in that state. Crap, I don't have money for that. Yep.
So then you can interrogate who you are
That's right.
under these layers.
Yep.
The only thing you can really do is
Yeah.
maybe after the homeowner's insurance.
If that, though, who owns it?
They can force that.
You can. You can be subpoenaed and stuff like that. Go to court.
And then they gotta
But you got to find an attorney that's going to represent you.
get a judge to order.
They're going to search for assets. I know his name is Pierre Herring. Search him up.
And
Oh,
get a deposition.
crap, I can't find anything that he owns. He owns nothing.
The attorney's not going to do any work if they're not sure they're going to get paid.
That's right.
They go to the trustee and like subpoena the trustee or something like that? Or?
Great questions. Guess what? Trustee's been subpoenaed. We release that person and assign another trustee. That person shows up, Your Honor, I am no longer the trustee of this account. They relinquished me of my duties. I don't know who it is.
Oh my God. They might get contempt of court saying that.
But it's the truth.
I don't know who it is.
They don't. If I didn't tell them who the new trustee is.
The trustee goes to court and says I've been released.
I don't know who the new trustee is, but they know who the beneficiaries are. They ask for that.
They could, but at that point, then,
If it were me, I'd ask, who's the beneficiary?
yeah, who's the beneficiary?
Who assigned you?
They may not know. You know, honestly, I don't know who it is. I've been the trustee for this account. I don't know who the beneficiaries are anymore. It could have changed. I don't know.
It's just some LLC.
Who was the previous trustee or who were the previous beneficiaries?
Yeah, I mean, it could be an LLC. You know, it's an LLC. I don't know.
But in any case, even if they get his name, or in this case, your name, yeah, then
It's like that dog chasing his damn tail.
Yeah, then how do they get back and actually find that out for a fact?
Yeah.
They're gonna have to go to the new trustee and start the whole process all over again and just
If they find it,
money,
yeah.
money.
Yeah.
So like Cody said, you know, the attorney's just gonna say, you know what, move on.
I mean, they could just roll over because they're scared. I don't know. It's Ryan Nichols. Who it is.
It depends on how big the claim that they're after.
Yeah, yeah.
what that
If it's small claims, less than $10,000,
Probably not.
good luck.
Not a dime.
Not a thing. If it's sheer negligence, like I was cooking meth in the house and then I didn't clean up my mess and this family moved in with this newborn baby and it got this birth defect, or I was building pipe bombs and I forgot one behind and it accidentally blew up and this guy lost his arm. I mean, like extreme examples. I mean, come on, you know, like.
You can have more than just some private attorney coming after you. You can have
I'm gonna ATF after me, man. Yeah.
In any case, even in those extreme cases, they're only gonna find the one trust, right? Because it's
No, and when you have federal agencies coming after you, they have resources, dude. They're going, and you know, if you have federal agencies coming after you, you know that your trustee is rolling over on you. There's no way that they're. I am not going to tell you who that person is. Yeah, there's nothing that's going to protect you, friend or not, man.
So yeah, there was a recent example of landlords having some rotten staircases, and the stairs fell and killed somebody, balcony kind of situation.
Well, shoot.
And if you had this set up in that case, they would probably dig harder because someone died.
Oh, I would pay money out of pocket. If something happened like my family member, I would be funding that. Yeah, for sure.
Well, but again, it's
Yeah.
not just going to be a civil suit.
No, you're-
breaking laws.
oh.
The government's going to be continue to.
Yeah, there's gonna be some serious
So
problems.
that would never happen for us because the buyer is responsible for repairs if we're selling it to them.
Oh, look at this guy.
It's just like there's like no risk.
Unless you do the lease option for renters.
That's true.
Yep. Cool, man. All right.
So in that case, let's just take it a step further. What if we had multiple trustees? Then wouldn't that sever the chain in many places?
You mean land trust and the beneficiary of another land trust?
For different properties.
Yeah, several trustees.
Different trustee for each land.
Let's say even a different trustee for each land trust, and then if they find the beneficiary of one land trust, they only have it for that one.
Well, they don't know that. You can have the same land. You can have the same trustee for all your land trusts.
Sure, but then they're all.
How do they know what the other ones are? They don't. What?
If they subpoena that trustee, then they have access potentially to all those land trusts.
No, not.
If they
They know they
same
asked for it.
LLC,
Yeah, as an LLC.
if they were in the same LLC, they could find out that,
Yeah.
by record search,
Right.
that LLC owns all these.
So multiple
That's
LLCs.
serious.
So the real issue is not how can I abscond myself from being found. It's okay. Let's just be a cool guy, man. Just don't do stupid stuff in your house.
Insurance policy, maintain your property.
That's right, man. Yeah.
Your frivolous ones is what you're trying to.
Yeah, well, like I said, I got guys right now, and we're going to talk about this when we get into our next module, which is in the back end stuff. I'm not getting sued. They wanted to take me to small claims court for all these frivolous things, like a stress-induced seizure. How do you produce that? How can you prove that I caused a stress-induced seizure? What is a stress-induced seizure?
Let me explain
Great
it to
example.
you.
So we went to court, and they signed a stipulated judgment that they cannot come after me for anything else because they didn't want to have an eviction on their record. Well, guess what? They're not getting out of the property, so they're going to have an eviction on their record. And they filed a restraining order against me because I was harassing them. What was the harassment? Well, Your Honor, he texted me multiple times within a week period asking when I was going to pay rent. Okay. And you responded, tomorrow, the next day. Did you pay rent? No, I didn't. Well, how's this harassment? So crazy stuff. But here's the crazy thing, guys. In California, if you actually get hit with a restraining order, you lose your Second Amendment rights. You can no longer have a gun. I attorneyed up on this one. I own guns. Yes, I do. I don't. My guns are actually out of state with my trustee somewhere else. If the suit went through and the judge found me guilty and I had a restraining order put against me, I could not, for 5 years, I could not own a gun.
But if you're not found guilty, you
Not found guilty,
claim
yeah.
crap.
Not only that, they have the right to search and seizure your property. I know someone that happened to. They came into their property and seized all guns.
I thought in order to get, what's it called? What was the term you used again when someone's not allowed to come?
Restraining order? Yeah.
But in order to get a restraining order, you had to prove in court that there's a risk of violence against you.
We went to court.
But risk of violence.
Yeah, not necessarily. No, restraining order. It's harassment. It's a whole broad new scope of law right now. It's very, very broad.
Feel afraid.
These guys went and made up crazy stuff. So we're in court. We're in court, and all of a sudden it's like, what was that?
Even just for being annoyed or harassed.
Yes.
In fear and
Yep, yep.
I feel annoyed or
And so we went there, and all of a sudden it's like, well, he sent people over to my house. Now I know who it was. and they slashed our tires and they put down nail strips, and I'm like, what in the world? I'm like, all this bogus crap. Now, if I wouldn't have lawyered up and if I wouldn't have been there, oh my gosh, I can only imagine what would have happened. My attorney scared me enough to make me want to pay for them to come and represent me, and I'm glad that they did. It was
Is
horrible.
this just California where it's so loose on the restraining
yeah.
order, or
Honestly, I can't.
It's kind of pandemic.
I can't talk about other states. I don't know.
it's getting worse?
Yeah.
And restraining orders have to be, like, enforced in all 50 states without a court issued too, so it's.
So get this. We had so many
do we
restraining
lose
orders.
Second Amendment rights in Nevada.
50 states.
So get this. When I got there, he's like, I'm sorry, I only have 2.5 hours before my next case, and we have 40 people on the docket. Some of you will not be, most of you will not be heard today. We have mediation available. If you guys can sort these things out through mediation, go ahead and do that. Because if not, this will be continued till July 26th is when it was. So everyone's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. So I'm like, well, if it gets continued, my eviction's already going to happen. They're going to be out, whatever, no matter what. But yeah, so there were so many cases that the judge is like, look, go mediate because you're not going to see me today. and if you do see me, I'm probably not going to rule in your favor. That's what he was saying. So there's so many cases that the courts are even being impacted by all of it. That's
So those are all restraining orders.
all specifically for restraining orders.
Since you had a lawyer, you were pulled up.
Yes, they give favor to lawyers because they're there for billable hours on time, so they're like, okay, you're going to go first. Yep. So, so the contract with teeth. It's this one. It's basically the same exact thing. It just says, hey,